We got one more to go tonight before we can call it a night and move on to the second round. So what else has Interlagos got in store for us? Colin Ward once again on pole position for this one. Then Frick Smith alongside him in that rainbow car with the green nose. EJ Anderson in third place alongside Mark Greenhow in the white and orange car on the second row. Tero Tylus and then Luca Harrison alongside him. Now, Brian Boomsma is not in the position I thought he would be. Perhaps he picked up a penalty in the last race, but I see him down in 28th rather than inside the top 10. So the red lights are on and we are underway for the final race of the night. Colin Ward once again leads the field away, but once again I think it is the man in second place who has had the better start as Schmidt looked down the inside, but it's once again Ward who finds his way through. A bit of contact in the middle of the pack, and going round there I believe was Lucas Raskovitz, one of the cars. And that's caused a bit of a concertina effect in the middle of the pack, but it's Ward who leads Smith, and Luca Harrison has gone away cleanly, crucially. He's alongside Mark Greenhow, trying to get third place away as they go down towards turn 4. For the first time, he's on the outside line. Greenhow feeds him out towards the curbing. Harrison cannot afford another mistake here as he's trying to get himself into the podium placings. Richard Molden and David Hatton come behind them. There's Liam Hogan, Thomas van Kroonenberg as Harrison does get up the inside down towards Ferragura, and he's into the podium placings.
A bit of a scruffy first couple of corners there, but crucially people like Williams, Henney and Power have all got through unscathed.
Good news, so we'll be seeing them coming through the pack. Power up in 15th place according to my timing screen, and others making their way through as well. So Harrison immediately now finding himself on the back of Frick Smith in second place there as Ward exits the final corner with a healthy 1 second lead over Smith as they come down the straight for the first time, and Harrison surely here will be having a look up the inside down towards turn 1. Across the straight for the first time, and Hatton is coming into the pits. Hatton from 5th place has come into the pit lane. Harrison down the inside. Meanwhile, he does take that second place away from Frick Smith, but why has David Hatton come into the pits?
Sorry to interrupt you, Chris. Smith trying to get out of Harrison's way, just dropped it on the inside curb, so he's lost that third place. He's backwards in turn 1.
That's a real shame for him. Just behind them, though, Danny Henney in 6th place now making the moves. He's getting up past Richard Molden. He's past Johnsborough as well. Now he's making up the inside of Liam Hogan as well. How many places did he just gain in the length of one straight?
That was very impressive, although he did he was quite abrupt on the exit there, just moving his man off onto the runoff there. It's quite slippery out there, and he was taking a bit of liberty there.
Well, either way, up into 5th place, and we're only halfway round the second lap. So that incident for Smith you mentioned there has promoted Mark Greenhow to the podium and Thomas van Kroonenberg into 4th place. Then Henney, as we mentioned, Jonesman's got himself up into 6th place, and Stephen Williams is following him through the pack as well. Liam Hogan, Tim Ellis and Richard Molden, that's your top 10 at the moment, but for how much longer? Because there's Brian Boomsma making his way up the inside into Jung Shao, and he takes that 10th place spot away from Molden. Spanner's waiting in the wings as well, just behind him.
Yep, Spanner's looking to make a move on Molden for 11th place to 69. Molden goes to the outside of Boomsma into turn 1.
And surely Boomsma's got this one covered down the inside towards the centre S. And no argument there from Molden. Look at Spanners, look at the wide line he's taking through too, trying to line up the exit. And it almost worked a little too well for him as he had to get out of the slipstream effectively on the exit of turn 2. And he's moving across. John Cox trying to take advantage of that as well. Almost gets his nose cut across there, but Spanners does get up the inside, and that's 11th place for him. And meanwhile, up at the front of the field, Harrison has found himself right on the back now of Ward's car, and I dare say will be making his move into the lead of the race very shortly.
Yeah, Harrison's got so much pace. There's an incredible driver in this young man here. But as I say, he's got to clear these guys because Henny is now in 5th place and really pressuring Van Kroonenburg. So he's got to get away because Henny is rapidly coming up behind him.
Yeah, I think the question now is going to be how much of a gap can Harrison put between himself and Henny before Henny finds himself in clear air. So here's the move then. It'll be towards the outside as Ward's covering the inside down towards turn 1. Harrison leaving him plenty of space on the run down into turn 1. It's going to get mighty close here though as Harrison goes around the outside, and there's no answer here from Colin Ward, is there? Although maybe on the exit Ward can try and get back through, but it's Harrison back in front at the moment, so where he was on the opening lap in the feature race. And he is moving defensive down towards turn 4. But I think Ward's going to... Oh, an aggressive chop back towards the inside there. That looked like classic Harrison. But it's fine because he got it done and is into the lead now. And now he's got to put the pedal to the metal because Henny, as you say, fast approaching.
Oh, that sort of chop is going to get him into trouble at some point. If Colin Ward had decided to try and make the move around the outside there was going to be a collision. So Harrison just putting the manners on Colin, but it's made it stick. He's now a good second ahead.
Absolutely. So behind them it's spread out a little bit, but Henny's now making his move on Van Kroonenburg. Van Kroonenburg making his debut in the iRacing F3 Cup and certainly shown some good speed so far this week, up in 4th place at the moment, but right now he's got the reigning double champion bearing down on him, so I think we'll excuse him if he is unable to hold that number 93 car back. And so down towards turn 1 once again. This is lap 5 of 12 now. Henny unable to get alongside down into turn 1 that time round, but surely he'll be looking at turn 4, the Skido de Largo. He'll be in the slipstream all the way down the Retta Aposta. So here he goes then. And down towards the inside, surely there'll be no argument here from Van Kroonenburg. No, there is not. And Henny is through into 4th place and now has a set sight on Mark Greenhow in 3rd place. So just for reference at the moment, that gap is 3.3 seconds between Henny and Harrison, who is leading the race. He's got 1.3 seconds over Ward in 2nd place, and then there's 0.6 back to Mark Greenhow behind him as well. Stephen Williams making up progress as well. He's in 7th place, looking at the back of Alex Stromsma and Van Kroonenburg as well, who's now got some very quick drivers behind him and filling his mirrors. And unfortunately, I think Van Kroonenburg is going to start going backwards here quite quickly.
Yep,
so Van Kroonenburg this time covering inside down towards turn 1, and Jules was forced to the outside.
He's lined him up nicely for a move down into turn 4. The slipstream is very powerful down here. He goes to the inside to defend it. Drillsma is under the slipstream but can't make it stick this time round.
Yep, Van Kroonenburg retakes that racing line towards turn 4, so that 5th place is safe for now. And look how quickly Danny Henny's caught up to the back of Greenhow's car, already on the back of him. Just a bit further behind them, we've got some of the other drivers not quite making the same progress. Alexander Dobertsberger is in 11th place at the moment and tries to chase down Spanners. And Kyle Power, the victor in race 2, not having a great time of it at the moment as he is in 17th place at the moment. Although make that 16th as he gets up the inside of Adrian Clark. But back on Danny Henny, he looks like he's about to put himself into the podium placings here. Right up on the gearbox of Greenhouse car. And Ward not too far in front of them as well. And so here comes Henny's made his move. He'll be around the outside, down towards turn 1. As we see in the background, it's also getting close for 5th place, and there goes Henny into 3rd place. Now, even though he's been chasing down these guys, that gap to Harrison is coming down. It's now 2.5 seconds between him and Harrison. Once again, I fear he may just run out of laps, but Harrison's got to be wary. He can't afford any mistakes.
No, absolutely right. It is going to be a very tight battle towards the end. Henny getting very close to Ward now. I do apologise to those on the stream if you are seeing a little bit of buffering this evening. We are having a few technical difficulties, but hopefully the pictures are coming through to you, and you can see this fantastic battle that is developing here. Henny right on the back of Ward.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's going to be follow the leader once again as they just round this twisty middle sector out of Bico de Pato. That's where Henny's going to start lining him up. It'll be a run out of Zhongshao, and then it'll be a straight head-to-head between him and Harrison. Won't be the first time we've seen them go toe-to-toe in the front of the field. Silverstone, of course, and he was leading under big pressure from Harrison. And Harrison made that mistake that cost him dearly. But it's Henny now making the move towards 2nd place as he goes around the outside of Ward. This has been kind of his preferred line down at turn 1 so far tonight. Round the outside, Henny goes through into 2nd place with just 2.5 seconds between him and Luca Harrison and 5 laps remaining in this race. The question now is, can Danny Henny close down Luca Harrison for the lead of this race? We have seen them at the head of the field together before, as Henny had Harrison for close company at Silverstone. He was pressuring Henny at the Circuit of the Americas finale last season, and it was Henny who made the mistake. This time it is Henny chasing down Harrison, and it's a sprint race to the finish now.
There wasn't enough laps for Henny to chase down Kyle in race 2. Let's see if there's 4 laps to go, including this one. Let's see if Henny can chase down Harrison. I don't think it's going to be enough, Chris.
Well, we're going to find out, aren't we? We've certainly seen the pace of Henny so far tonight, and he's already bringing that gap down. He was sort of half second a lap on power in the previous race, which wasn't quite enough. Now they're going to go across the line to start lap 9. That'll be 4 to go. And it's certainly going to be on the edge, isn't it? 2.2 is the gap as they come towards the line.
It is, and what's really on the edge at the moment is the top 10. We have Spanners ready in P10. Number 117 is under massive pressure from Dobertsberger to hold on to that top 10 finish. Spanners had a great night. Dobertsberger goes to the inside, right up against the wall, into turn 1. Is he going to make that stick? Spanners right to the outside, makes a very late braking manoeuvre. He's going to keep that, Chris.
Yeah, fantastic defending from Spanners, but it's Dobertsberger carrying the speed around the outside of 2 and side by side through Curva de Sol. And Dobertsberger will end up with the line as they head down towards the Skido de Lago. And Spanners trying to push him to the inside as much as he can, but I'm afraid that Dobertsberger is going to try and find his way through. Spanners is still not taking no for an answer and carrying it around the outside. And if he can hold this, he'll have the line into Ferragura as well. This is the best of Spanners we have ever seen in Missed Apex iRacing.
This is a totally different Spanners that we're seeing compared to last year. He's really developed and is really just willing to get his elbows out. It's a fantastic racing from him, keeping that top 10.
Last season, he would have waved these guys through. Not this time. Getting his elbows out, and we love to see it. Now, Van Kroonenberg in 5th place there has been doing a pretty good job of keeping these quick guys behind him. If anything, he's gapped Williams, Boomsma and Dronsma so far. So a little bit of safety net as they head down the straight this time around. And actually, it's Williams who's under pressure from Boomsma. Boomsma going to the outside, looking at 6th place here. He'll have to go the long way round at turn 1. We've seen plenty of guys make this work, and it's very close between them. And Boomsma pulls off a super move for 6th place there.
He does, but the number 17 Aston Martin with Williams is not going to take that lightly. He's going to move to the inside. There's no room there, so he's going to the outside down the back straight into turn 4.
Yep, so again, the long way round, but Williams not been trying to make the outside pass as other people have. Much more going for the cutback So it's put him on the back of Boomsma on the run up the hill, but not enough to really challenge him. And he's got to be careful because Alex Jonesmore is waiting in the wings to pounce, and Tim Ellis not far behind either.
Now we're getting a fixture of some really good names up in this top 10, and it's fantastic to see these guys battling it out. Give you an update at the front. Henny has taken that gap down, but it's only down to 1.8 seconds with just 2 laps to go.
Yeah, so last time around he was only 0.2 quicker than Harrison, which is not enough to close him down. So unless Harrison makes some sort of a mistake, it looks like he should have this one covered just about. He's got to keep up this pace though.
He does, and as we come on to start-finish straight, let's go back to Spanners Ready in P10, number 117. He is once again under pressure from Dobbetsberger. Dobbetsberger will be able to see if he can make a move into turn 1, Chris.
Yeah, absolutely. It's Spanners on the inside. This time he was on the outside last time round, and Dobbetsberger, is he about to give Spanners a taste of his own medicine? He is indeed. So retakes that position, and Spanner's going to have to get his elbows out once again. Down the Retroposta, Dobbetsberger, weaving across the track there, but it's working out for him. For 6th place, it's all kicking off though, because we've got Boomsma, Jonesmore and Williams really caught up in a battle. Jonesmore at the inside towards Ferradura, and Williams braving it out around the outside as Greenhow is looking on the back of Van Kroonenberg as well for 4th place. It's all kicking off in the middle sector here in the closing stages of this race, but Williams just able to hang on to that 7th place spot for now. But Van Kroonenberg, his mirrors are filled at the moment with Greenhow, Boomsma, Williams, Jonesma and Ellis.
He is definitely the cork in the bottle at the moment. There is a queue of cars coming up behind him, and it's going to get very tasty into turn 1 as we come from the last couple of laps.
Absolutely. So Harrison starts his penultimate lap here. 1.5 seconds clear of Harrison. Starts the final lap now, so looks like he's got the gap he needs. Shout out to Colin Ward, by the way, still running in 3rd place here while these guys are squabbling. It's Boomsma to the outside once again, this time on Greenhow for 5th place, and he pulls that same move again. Very nicely done from Boomsma.
Yep, and lining behind is Williams, who's having a go. Greenhow has not given up on this. He's going to move to the outside as well. There's 3 wide.
Yeah, this could get messy down towards turn 4. Williams is the one who backs out of it, and Boomsma comes out in front, and Greenhow may well have just compromised his exit there because Williams has got the run on him up the hill down towards Ferradura. He'll have the wrong line, but we've been able to make that move work for some other people, and he can make it work this time for Can he just about looking up there from Greenhow? It was going to get very close between them as they head through the left-hander of turn 9. Williams, I thought he'd drawn clear there, but he hasn't. It's still got the inside line there from Greenhow. But finally through Magulio, he can make that one stick. Up at the front of the field, though, here comes Luca Harrison to claim his first victory of the season, his 2nd in the Missed Apex iRacing F3 Cup. It's redemption from the feature race. It's victory for Luca Harrison and Danny Henny. What a title defense so far. 1st, 2nd and 2nd. Colin Ward take a bow, sir. 3rd place in the reverse grid race. A fantastic effort there. Thomas Van Kroonenberg 4th on his Missed Apex debut. Brian Boomsma, a brilliant recovery there ahead of Stephen Williams, Mark Greenhow, Alex Jonesma, Tim Ellis and Alexander Dobbetsberger. That's your top 10. So I believe we have Harrison in the booth with us. Luca, what a brilliant race for you there.
I think you'll find it's Danny.
Oh, no, that's Danny in there. Hello, Danny. Okay, well, in that case, what a title defense you have kicked off here.
Yeah, to be fair, I did warn everybody when they were taking the mick, saying that I was finished and fixed setups to do me, etc. But yeah, I've had a really good night. Actually being quite cautious in race 2 and 3 worked really well.
Well, so how do you go on from here? Is this a sign of things to come?
I hope so. Like I say, the different approach worked tonight. And yeah, fingers crossed it goes this smooth for the rest of the season. But had a great night. I've seen some really good battles, been in some good battles. Really loved the track. The car setup suited it perfect. So hats off to Spanners and everybody and yourselves for putting on the show.
Okay,
Thanks,
well,
Danny.
did you think you were able to get Harrison there at the end?
I did. It was the same situation with Kyle, unfortunately. I'd just run out of laps. I'd got the pace. I could just see fastest lap after fastest lap coming in, and I was praying that he'd make a mistake in the last corner. But yeah, unfortunately he held on. So well done to Luca, well done to Kyle. Absolutely chuffed to bits for Kyle winning a race, I must admit. But yeah, really enjoyed it, enjoyed the chase, and everybody drove great.
Yeah, absolutely. And we are joined by Luca in the commentary booth. Luca, what was that pressure like from Danny towards the end?
Well, I just saw him closing the gap. I was like, I got to push as hard as I could. Didn't leave much.
Yeah, and it was a fantastic display from you. That was great carving through the field to get to the front, and I think you just about pulled out enough of a gap to make it stick. So congratulations on the win.
Yeah, I was looking all the way from the start. I was like, oh, Danny's 4.5 back. Okay, I've got to overtake. It's like watching him the whole way.
Yeah, secretly we were all hoping for a repeat of your battles over the last season, but long may it continue. Thank you for joining us in the booth, and well done on your race victory.
Yeah, thanks, guys.